Las Vegas. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Right to the air is Carr. It's caught left side, Bolden. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now a play fake. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
And some room to maneuver. Well, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
I'm going to have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and shoot their people.
Good run there. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Here's White. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gather the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, now zapped right back in the other direction. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now White with a first down throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards that time.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
White's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. On second down, a run with Hall. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. We're scoreless after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now White. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 2nd and 2. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And Jacobs, I don't think he's going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Yeah, a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for Vegas. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. And that That's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. Pass incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Carr. A dump off here to Bolden. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Out to his left. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right? Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr, and he gets it to Bolden. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw during that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Out of the gun, it's White. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, White. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
I tell you, Brandon, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence, haven't allowed a point yet, flying to the football. I'm telling you, almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So plenty of apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action ready to go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now White. Throw right side, Wilson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Knight, and he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. To throw, White. He finds Corey Davis. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a play fake. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. To throw his Carr. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now it's Boulder. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamien Sherwood. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. Rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. White looks to throw. On the move to his left. Throw here's incomplete.
Well, 3 completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Here's White. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Carr. Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
If you're going to take a shot downfield, 2nd and 1's a perfect time to do it. If you're going to be in heavy run defense, you should have good windows to throw it downfield.
And it looked like there was something there right after the snap, but the defense able to recover. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Here's Berrios. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. In case you were wondering, last scoreless tie in the NFL, 1943, Giants and Lions. So here we are in the 4th quarter, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, I've got a feeling, partner. I've got a feeling that this is going to be the drive. In fact, something big might happen defensively.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
ball on a give up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Carr will try it again on second down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Carr, gotta have this one. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So we're even at 7 now as they kick it away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And New York set to take the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want for football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. White. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or
mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
If they do that. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr to throw. Connecting with Renfro. On an excellent tackle there as they keep him inbounds and hold him to no gain. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. There's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop it.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. Now their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game.
On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return. You can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action, here's White. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A dump off here to Bolden. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Second down, Jacobs once more. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good.